So we have another very interesting speaker here today, and you can introduce yourself.
My name is Stephen Martin. I'm from the UK, and I'm currently a retired professor from Salford University, and I've been researching Varroa for over 35 years now.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about your work and your presentation today?
So what I've tried to do is try to sum up 35 years of work. So I've talked a little bit about the viruses to start with and how they kill the honeybee colony along with the Varroa mite. But my current focus for the last 10 years is on trying to understand how honeybees have become resistant to the Varroa mites.
Okay, so your research about 35 years, you had a presentation about 1.5 hours, and now please tell us in about 5 sentences what your work was about.
So the main finding is when we've gone to Africa, in Brazil, Cuba, and now in the UK and Hawaii, where we've studied Varroaresistence, the traits are the same. So the bees do the same behaviour. And we've learned that the bees are able to detect the cells that are infested with Varroa. These cells are opened, and then other bees will come along and they will then remove the infested pupae, they'll cannibalise it. The mother mite, she escapes, but all her offspring die. And since mites can only reproduce 2 or 3 times in their lifetime, if they get disturbed once, they lose between 1/2 and 1/3 of their reproductive output.
So the important work for us beekeepers is to stop the reproducing once, better twice, so the population will die.
Yes, so at the moment where beekeepers are treating their colonies for Varroa mites, there is no selective pressure on their honeybees to do anything because they don't have to deal with the mites. In feral colonies around the world, then the selection pressure is extreme because nobody treats them, and we know that some of these colonies are able to survive, and their offspring propagate, they swarm, and then the feral populations have come back and have the same mechanism. So this is not an option for beekeepers, just to stop treating, because most of their colonies will probably die. So
what's our options?
So the options is moving from a situation where you're treating to transition to a situation where you are not. And you need to give the bees time to adapt to the mites. And the tricky bit is they need to be exposed to the mites enough to learn the behaviours, but not enough to kill them. So the role of the beekeeper in this is to reduce the effectiveness of the treatments that you use. So you have more mites in your colony, but you need to monitor the number of mites so your colony doesn't die. And so it's a partnership for between 3 and 5 years it takes for you to help your bees transition, and once they've transitioned across to they can deal with the mites, then you never have to do anything else again, like beekeepers in Africa and all of Latin America and many places in small populations in the UK and around Europe. And you don't get colony losses are normal. They're actually lower than what you normally have when you are treating, and it's cheaper because you don't have. It's cheaper for money because you don't need to pay for treatments, and it's also cheaper in time because you don't have to then do things. But you have this transition period.
Thank you very much.
Oh, right. Thank you for inviting me.